Welcome to the rulebook of Assault on Doomrock Ultimate Edition. This is a print out of the last version before it was produced. Um, it is a game by Tom Stasiak, and this is the fourth edition. For some reason, it's called the Ultimate Edition. I did some proofreading. Actually, I did a lot of proofreading on it because it was full of spelling errors and mistakes, and these have all been fixed. Um, there are still some worries by the backers that there is just no information on how well it actually plays. There are no playtests, um, so I'll show you how it looks like, because the PDF isn't really that readable, because the pages they flow over, as you can see, they flow over several over 2 pages. So you only see this part or this part in the PDF. So that's why I printed it out. I did the printing with my Eco Tank. And yeah, you can see it's a little bit shiny. That was the binding of the inner part, and the outer part I did in 120 grams, front and back. And as you can see, first the back and then the front, and the extra flaps I made possible by smuggling over the outer part of this to make the inner sides smaller, so the outer flaps would be wider. So that's a practical necessity. This is a very obscure game. uh, the game is supposed to be very hard, and you can consider the game to have beaten the game by going through the first act and surviving the first act. As it writes here in the adventure part, it is actually comprised of 3 acts. Between the acts, the game can be saved, put back in box, and resumed later. An act in Doomrock is divided into 2 distinct parts: adventure and a battle. This is the adventure setup, and I backed this because finally it should be without too many errors. And I like the art. There was a Rado playthrough of it from many years ago. He liked it, and I liked also how you can have little adventures on such cards. And the area deck is randomized, so if you unless you run out of time, you can gain items, common items or epic items for your character. There's a choice of several characters, and this also comes with this solo version. And I will come to that later. So the next page is about battle. Battle is gridless. I did order the playmat, some kind of neoprene dead skin thing to move the chips around, and the chips were also offered in that Isofarian guard kind of quality, so plastic. I prefer the cardboard version for some particular reason, because I don't know, they just take up space and make the thing much weightier. Here you can see the standard dice. There is also a version with thematic dice. So there's a lot to cover. A bit late, I apologize for that, because the Kickstarter has, or the pledge, how you say, the Game Found project has also already been closed. But if this becomes a success, then who knows, maybe there will be an ultimate second edition. Inside of the box, this is a game with modules, and one of the modules, there are several modules. Let's talk about the basic version. So you have the starting abilities, the maneuver abilities, level up, minion activation, boss activation, battle cards. I also checked the battle cards. I made a backup of them on my local file. They are not available anymore online. Common item, epic items, so they have different backs. So it's a lot of packs that you have to interact with while you play. But they all look very nice. Then there are a lot of tokens. This is the heroism token, and on the back it's shields. This is, I think, and they are front and backs, because this is also front and backs. And let's see what else is there. So there is gameplay overview for solo play, and victory and solo play. Oh yeah, here is the solo play, and the solo play section points to page 46. And this is printed by the Epson Eco Printer, and this I let this dry for a week, but still it feels a bit tacky. Never mind that. The pages look nice. 46. Yeah. So the page on the top says what part of the chapter it is. It's a modular expansion and variants, and this is also modular expansion and variants. Here it explains a semi-autonomous second hero that has a shared dice pool with the hero. It's called a goon. So there are several goons that you draw from the goon deck. There's apparently a goon deck. It starts with 2 attributes, and you can level up your goon. So that you, instead of playing two-handed, you play with your main hero. Let's see if I can find the main hero. Yeah, here's the main hero. There are some beginner-friendly heroes, advanced heroes, and there's a good luck hero, the Skillomancer. And you also can have pets. So for this thing, you can have so the Necromancer can have pets, can summon them, apparently no special setup. The Beastmaster can start with a pet, not sure what the pet cards are. The Shapeshifter shifts into different pets. So I think that most people will just try it out with a beginner-friendly die and then sell off the game at considerable loss in the worst case. But I intend to keep it because I'm very intrigued by these cards. So the adventure part really speaks to me, and combat is apparently insanely hard. Here you see a close-up of all the various things that you can do on such a card. So it's a very the Tom Stasiak, the creator, is very creative, but it's a creative guy, so not a hardcore IT rule guy, but we did our best. There is adventure, heroes, so you can get poisoned. So there are several skill activations with where you have to place matching dice. There is a mechanism called exposure, and exposure is that shield with a lightning through it. Very hard to see, but let's see. This is the typical battle sheet. So it's quite a few pages. Hero phase, end of round phase, battle example. So here's a worked out battle example. It's nice to read if you can't get sleep. And some extra text here in the bottom. And advanced battle with bonus dice. And you can also have broken HP and broken heroes and combo interruption, reduce HP. Modular expansion for terrain. There's something extra with the terrain. And there is a vanilla adventure and overpowered trade. The pet section. For example, you have pets and vampire pets, for example. Custom ability dice. These are the thematic custom ability dice. I didn't order them because there's enough complexity in the game already. But I think maybe you can order them later. So the goon already discussed. Conflict resolution variant. So there are a lot of variants, and what interested me was the roguelike expansion. It's roguelites, to be precise. I'll go into that later. Okay, so Scouted Battle, and a very much too short index, because there are twice as many texts to look up.